What to pack for a cruise, especially if it's your first time, can be a little daunting, and that's why I put this video together. I went on my first cruise this month with Viking. I was invited on a press trip to sail a section of their itinerary in Norway, and it was called Into the Midnight Sun. So I'm going to run through in specific areas things which I packed. I'm going to start off with beauty. I bought 2 of these travel cases from Space NK. This one is the medium size and it's got a zip around here. And what I really like about it is that it's not one of those ones that you have to put everything in and then rummage around. You can just open it up and put it on your table. So the smaller one I use for my makeup, and then I got the large one as well. They come in a couple of different colours, and this one's black, and I think they do orange and green as well. But really happy with my purchase. They're really good quality, they're very sturdy, and I'm sure they'll last for years. So that's for large one for toiletries and the smaller one for makeup. On a Viking cruise, shampoo, conditioner and body wash is complimentary, but because I've got curly hair, I decided to take along my own shampoo and conditioner. So this is shampoo. It's the small little travel size from Bouclem. This is one of the styling products which I use. And then from Boots, I also bought these squeezy bottles, which are really good. They've got quite big openings, and in one of them I put my conditioner, and then in this other one I put a curl cream. There's still some of the product in it. I'm just sort of using them up at the moment, but they're really good. They didn't leak, and I really recommend them. Another thing which I bought for my hair, this time off Amazon, was this spray bottle. I know it doesn't look very exciting, but I've got a spray when I want to refresh my hair, and I've got a really big one which I didn't want to take, so I ordered this off Amazon, and yeah, really happy with it. Now this I've had for quite a while. It's a special magnifying mirror, and it's got a little light on it too. I'll see if I can show you that. But what's great is if you find that a room that you're in is dark and you want to put your makeup on in daylight and see what you're doing, especially with my eyesight, I need to wear glasses most of the time to see what I'm doing. This is really good, and I would sit near the actual doors, the veranda on the ship, and put my makeup on in natural daylight. So really useful, and so tiny and compact as well. Moving back to my hair, and I didn't want to take my hairdryer with my diffuser because I really wanted to limit my packing. So I found this on Amazon, and oh my goodness, I'm so glad I bought it. It was a lifesaver. So I need to diffuse my curly hair. So what this does is it adapts to any hairdryer, and you just open it up, and then it sort of just stays on the nozzle of the hairdryer, which was supplied in the cabin. So, or stateroom, I should say. So yeah, really recommend it if you've got curly hair and need to use a diffuser. At home, just before I go to sleep, I put on some deep sleep pillow spray on my pillow, and I happen to have this little travel size version. So it's really nice to have that scent again to remind me of home. So I packed that too. Now on to style, and I'm not going to share all the clothes which I took along with me, but what I would say as a tip is to make sure you know what your itinerary is, what your activities are going to be every day, and look at the forecast for each day, and then plan your outfits around that. So if one day we were going hiking, I made sure that I had walking trousers, and I had a sort of t-shirt and a layer, and I had comfortable walking shoes. And then when in the evening, when I knew we were going to dress up a little bit, I had a dress and some sandals. So yeah, just that would be my advice. But I did buy something, so I've only got bikinis, but I thought for the Nordic spa ritual that I should buy a costume, and I'm not going to put this on so you can see, but I will include a picture. And this is from M&S, and it's really comfy. It's a sort of padded tummy swimsuit, and it's got a square neck, and I did actually size up to size 14, so I didn't want it to be really tight, but I felt really comfortable wearing that in the steam room and also in the snow room. I will share one pair of shoes which I packed, and I'm really glad I did because they were so handy to put on when I was in the stateroom or when I was just going for breakfast, or we had one sea day, so the whole day at sea, and I wore these during the day, and they're just really comfy, really light, and yeah, really highly recommend taking something like this on your trip. Sunglasses, of course, are very important, and I actually treated myself to these when I was at Gatwick, and they are Ray-Ban glasses, and I will link to them below. So yeah, we had lots of sunshine. We were really, really lucky. This is something I've had for quite a few years now. It's a little jewellery case, and it's great for travelling. So you've got here space to put rings or earrings, and then earrings in here as well, and there's a little sort of opening there. You can put a necklace or a bracelet in. So that was from Not on the High Street. It was actually a present, and yeah, it came in really handy for my jewellery and my rings. It's something which I bought especially for the trip, but also I've been using every day since I've been home, is this little carry case. It's actually from Lululemon, and what was great about it when I was traveling was I could put my passport, my boarding pass, and also my phone in it, and everything was together and really handy, and I didn't have to rifle through my handbag when I was trying to find my passport. So yeah, I really recommend it. It's got inside, it's got a little sort of pocket, and then it's got a pocket on the outside, and then it zips up, so really secure, and I wore it sort of crossbody, so it can be really, really long. So yeah, really found that useful. I should also say I found it really useful to have this on the ship, and also when we were out on excursions, because you need to carry your special cruise pass and have that handy every single time we went on and off the ship. So yeah, I found that useful as well, and obviously then getting into your cabin and out again. So yeah, highly recommend it. And in the evening, I had an evening bag just to carry my phone and my glasses and my cabin pass key. And this one is from COS, and it's leather, and yeah, I just really like the style. Now on to health, and I needed to take my prescription, so I'm on HRT, I'm also on thyroxine for my underactive thyroid, and so I bought these from Amazon, and they were so handy. So they're little pill boxes, and there's enough in room really for 7 days worth. So I would have one for the morning, and I'd put it by my bedside, and then before I went out in the evening, I would put my PM one on my bed to make sure that I took my tablets before I went to bed. So highly recommend these. Really, really found them useful, and yeah, I will be taking them whenever I go away. If I'm just going for a weekend, then I could just probably take one, but because I was going for 5-6 days, I needed quite a bit of supply. And I would also say, if ever you are traveling, I'm sure you do this anyway, but take an extra day or two's supplies just in case. You never know if you might have to extend your holiday for any reason. Now, no matter what time of year it is, I was actually on the cruise in August, but no matter what time of year, I would always take SPF, and this one is a 50, and it's for your face, and I use it every day. This is really handy size. I also packed hand sanitizer, and this one's from Bramley, and the scent is wonderful. It's rosemary, spearmint and peppermint. Next we have tech gear and gadgets. Because I was going kayaking, I really wanted to have a camera with me, but I didn't want to take my digital SLR or my video camera. So I thought, right, I'll take my phone because I can take photos and I can take video footage. So I bought this from Amazon. It's called an Aqua Pack, and you can still touch your screen here just by through the plastic, and then you make sure that you've got the camera showing there, and I was able to take video, and I feature some of it on Instagram, and yeah, I've really found it useful. And all you have to do is, it's got two sort of levers here that you just undo, and then you can open it up and take out your phone. So yeah, really, really useful. Apparently it's used by the RNLI and other people who work on the sea. So yeah, really handy. Because I was taking my camera, my digital SLR camera and a lens, and also my video camera, and I wanted to have it with me when I was in the aeroplane rather than put it in the hold. I ordered this rucksack and it was the perfect size for fitting underneath the seat. So I'll show it to you now. It's just really, really simple, but it's waterproof and it's got lots of cushioning in it. And what I did was I put an air tag in it to, just in case my rucksack went for a walk, I would know where it was. I really wanted to take my laptop with me so that I could process my photos while I was away. And I didn't want to put it in the hold. So I bought this case, which is really well padded, and I made sure that it would fit into my rucksack. And so it fitted on top, and then I did up the rucksack, and yeah, it was a really good way of being able to take both my laptop and my camera in the same bag. Staying with cameras, I wanted to make sure I had lots of SD cards for recording all the footage, so the photos and the videos. So I had this little case with me, which is again is waterproof, and yeah, that came in very handy, keeping everything together. For my little video camera, which I'm actually videoing with at the moment, so I can't show you, but it fits perfectly in here. And on the outside is a little pocket to put in the spare SD card. And I would wear that crossbody as well, so really handy. Of course, you need to take travel adapters, so I took quite a few of these from UK into European, and in the room there were lots and lots of outlets, and there were also USB ports as well, which is really handy. Another new purchase, which I'm so glad I bought, is this tech case, and it's really light. And it's just got lots of different slots in to put your cable. So for example, my charger for my phone, my charger for my camera, my charger for my Kindle. So all together, and I sort of labelled them as well. And then here there was room for my mouse and another cable. And here there's a little compartment that you could put in anything that you wanted to keep a bit safer. So yeah, really, really handy. Now we've got some miscellaneous items. The first one is my Kindle, which I just mentioned, and I was very glad that I downloaded some books and I would read them on the aeroplane. We flew first to Tromso, and I would sometimes read it in the evening just before I fell asleep, and yeah, really glad I took it. Another really useful thing to take is a refillable water bottle, and I would fill this up each morning and take it out with me on an excursion I was going on that day. And something which I've had for quite a while now are these packing cubes. So they come in lots of different sizes. So there's a small one, and then two sort of medium-sized ones, and then two larger ones, and then one really large one. And I found it really useful when I was packing to have, say, all my t-shirts in one, my underwear in another, trousers in another, and yeah, just really handy for packing. But I've had them for a very long time and I use them quite a lot. Some other things which I'm going to share with you are if you're flying to the first port or back from the last port, and these are things which I have to use when I'm flying because I've got problems with my inner ears, and you might find them useful too. So the first thing is these what are called Fly Fit earplugs, and they're really useful for equalizing the pressure in your ears if you're in a cabin. They're also great for drowning out noise if there are some very loud people near you. It's great for drowning out noise. So yeah, they come in really handy. Something else which I put on in the aeroplane, but I knew they'd also potentially be handy on this ship, I didn't need to use them though, are these little travel bands which you put on your wrist. And you put them so that they work using acupressure. You put them so this little sort of white dot here is on a particular point on your wrist. And yeah, I use them every single time I fly. And if you are a little apprehensive about flying, you might also benefit from some Bach rescue remedy. And I just have a couple of squirts of that on my tongue before we take off. And also to make sure I'm not congested, I use this nasal spray as well, and I find that really helps. I went on a Viking cruise, and if you would like to know more about Viking and their ocean ships, I'll put a video on the screen now.